なんとかなったみてえだな。神かける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, fam? Raiyuden here, a couple hours before the banners drop. They're going to drop in about 2 hours, depending on when I get this video up. We'll quickly do a rundown of what the data download consists of. We should be expecting the details for the unique equip for Evil Vegeta, as well as some PvP equips because the exchange shop, as well as I think a new co-op equip and maybe an awakened equip. I think so. We'll have to see either way. We'll see it all when we jump in game. But to start, we got the banner for the Gohan as well as the banner for the tag hit in God Goku. Of course, it's a little bit disappointing that a supporter has hence replaced the 1% character here. But these are what the banners are looking like. I'm hoping that the roster for these LFs, the banners, will make up for that fact. Not to mention, Evo Vegeta's unique equip is dropping tonight, not next week, which is good. I guess they learned their lesson from when they did the DB Saga stuff, where Kid Goku's unique equip dropped a week after we got our hands on some new DB Saga characters. It was just a weird gap to have, and it hindered the team. So it's good that they're going to be dropping that right now. Next, we got the Raid Gohan boost character going up against the Cell, which is always nice. Everyone needs erasers, everyone needs resources, everyone needs chrono crystals, especially with all the equips that they're dropping. Definitely going to be great to be having erasers. Next, we got the limit break events for both new LF characters. I do appreciate this. Again, you might ask, why not just make it additional Z power instead, just to help each other out, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm curious if at some point Legends is just going to straight up let you get a copy of one of the new LF characters at 2 stars, kind of like what Dokkan did with the Shenron wish, where you could just wish for one of the LR characters. I wonder if Legends would get to that point at some point. Next, we got the supporters. We got the Hoi Poi capsule. I kind of joked about this when I first saw it. I was saying like, oh, key recovery, that's going to be whatever. But I overlooked the fact that it's uncancelable and throughout the entire fight. So at level 99, this is a 20% key recovery buff with a 5% health restore, which is not bad at all. Yeah, like a 5% heal. Because 20% key recovery translates to more key as you combo, which translates to you getting overdrive faster. Like, it all feeds into one another, so that's actually not bad at all. Next, Super Champion bonus. Get some more Chrono Crystals, courtesy of Hercule. Thank you, the champ. Here is the Festival Duel thing, so we should be seeing a new PvP exchange shop gold equip, which could be pretty good. You guys remember the double offense, max HP, and double pure offense movie saga one that we got that we throw on Janemba and the Gogeta. I'm hoping we see something similar for these two here. And then we got the sale that includes CC and the art sleeves for these two. I'm not really someone that has any issue with selling cosmetics. I think it just stings when it's in light of some of the other issues that are in the game, if that makes sense. Like, we've talked about a whole bunch of different problems in the game at length, and when they start pushing out cosmetics like this, it just comes a little bit tacky. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all for it. You can go ahead and sell your cosmetics because it doesn't give any PvP advantage and doesn't translate to any advantage in game. It's just an opportunity for people that are very enthusiastic about a character or characters to express their joy for the character a little bit more. It's whatever. But when you release those things, when you know that there are other issues present in the game, I think your attention and your efforts should be directed more towards those first. Whatever, though. Now we're going to quickly jump in game to check out what the unique equips look like. First of all, so this is going to be the showcase team for the Gohan, and then I think the tag Goku and Hit, I'll come up with something later. But first things first, I want to see... Oh, they're not here yet. Weird. Okay, well, we'll start with the equipment then, I guess. Archive? Alright, here we go. So there is the... Okay, so we'll start with Vegeta's unique equip. Now, this guy is a 7th anniversary character. I was saying, I think he's recent enough that we could just give him a balance change, like the cooler, based off of usage rates. I saw some people say they shouldn't do that. because unique equips, they've done a great job of. They would prefer if their power-up comes from that. My counter argument to that is unique equips still take a slot that the character could have otherwise used. You lose an equipment slot. I think it would have been better if they just gave the character a balance change. He's recent enough to warrant it. Either way, they talked about this thing helping out his unique gauge charge rate. That is his biggest issue. Not to mention battle system changes have been geared towards hurting long combos, and this guy is a long combo character. So let's see. All right, 20. Wow, I never expected that. 20% max HP, 50% to both defenses with 10% to damage guard, 30% damage inflicted, 50% to both offenses, 30% to special move damage. Zero surprise there. I don't know why, but for some reason, Vegeta's blue card hits like a wet noodle. I don't know why. It is one of the weakest blue cards in the game. For his last slot, on battlefield entry, the following effects occur. You heal 10% and unique gauge goes up by 40%. On enemy confrontation, nullify element damage received disadvantage for 3 counts. They knew damn well they had to give this guy type neutral on enemy confrontation. There's way too many strong yellows. This guy was getting decimated by Ultra Namek Goku. Ultra UI now exists, and he's going to kick the crap out of this guy. So there's no surprise that this is what they went for. Is this going to rectify some of his issues? I don't know. Unique gauge charge rate, 40%. 40%. Is that enough to make up for how they changed the battle system? I guess we'll have to see, because 10 timer counts is only enough to get it to level 2. I don't think it would be enough in one combo for this guy to get to level 3. And remember that you force draw cards when Vegeta hits a certain amount of ki, and then his main ability gives him a whole bunch of additional cards too. I guess we'll have to see. Him healing on entry is good, and him having a bigger HP pool is good, because he's one of those characters that has the card destruction disrupt and the healing after getting hit. So they worked on his bulkiness. So this is a good start. We'll have to see how much the unique gauge makes a difference though. But yeah, that's a lot of healing. It's good that they helped with the unique gauge, and it's good that they helped out with his type advantage, disadvantage situation. So I think this is a good start. Curious to see how well the man is going to do. Next, there was this Gohan unique equip. Special move damage, 15%. Both strike defense 15%, blast defense 30%, 30% to strike attack. I mean, it's all right. It's whatever. Why does he have so much blast defense? Why does he have so much blast defense? What were they thinking when it came to building the team? Because you may have noticed some teams that are more strike oriented or blast oriented, they sometimes miss the defenses for the other form of offense. So for example, if you are a team that is heavily strike oriented, you are padded with plenty of strike attack and defense, so range teams will melt you because you have no blast defense. What strike oriented team are they thinking could be an issue when it comes to blast defense? I guess it's just in fears of Gogeta. I don't know. Either way, weird that they gave him additional blast defense there. There is the God Goku one here. Okay, special move damage inflicted, 30% to strike defense, 20% to both offenses for universe rep. It's kind of a whatever. And then the exchange shop unique equip, this bad boy. 20% blast defense, 12% max HP, 10% special move, 25% to pure strike defense if this character is Hybrid Saiyan. That's a lot, man. What the hell? Damn. Alright, I'm kind of curious what Gohan's stats are. But I can't see it. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's start with the Gohan. He's a revival character, keep in mind. So I'm expecting this guy to have some ridiculous stats. Alright, pre-revival. Dude, that's a huge HP pool. 2.5 million. Stats not bad. Damn. Yeah, there it is. This Gohan's gonna hurt, man. Because this guy has some of the highest damage multipliers in the game, and he stacks damage. The part where he starts stacking up damage is what makes it ridiculous. But his held cards are strike damage and blast damage on use. Damn. Additional offense-based strike cards with him stacking damage. Holy crap, man. They got no chill for this guy. Okay. And then for hit and God Goku. Yeah, they gave him an impressive HP pool as well. Their defensive numbers are a little bit lower. Same with their offenses, actually. For a tag switch character? I guess it's because they thought this character has good enough disrupt and healing. Because they do a really good job filling up the switch gauge. On each side, not only are you force drawing 2 cards, but this character is also able to really work up the switch gauge. And the switch gauge gives them a lot of healing. 10%. Every time they swap, back and forth. Swap, 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 swap. So that's probably where they wanted to keep that. In terms of offensive stats, it's not bad. Held cards. Wow, nothing for the blast. It's just the enemy takes additional damage on hit with the strike. Alright. Alrighty indeed. Okay, well, that's pretty much everything in game. You guys let me know in the comment section below what you think. Are you excited for the new characters? Do you think they delivered when it comes to Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta's unique equip? Either way, I will see you guys on the summons. Best of luck to everybody that is summoning for these characters. I hope you get them. Gohan looks to be a very, very spooky character indeed. But until next time, guys, you take care of yourselves. Peace.